You have your money, you have the space, you've made your decision to go into chicken farming, but yet you are still confused. Which you go for, broilers or layers? Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniel. If you are new here, I help you discover, learn and improve your processes when it comes to business, money, productivity, time management and personal development. If you have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button, turn on notifications so that you know when I release a new video. First, what is the difference between layers bed and broilers bed? Layer beds are beds raised majorly for egg production. They start laying at the age of 18 weeks to 20 weeks and lay for 70 to 80 weeks. And after their laying period, you sell them for meat consumption. They are light weighted compared to broilers. For broilers, they are majorly raised for meat production. They lay eggs as well, but not like the layers bed. Within 6 weeks, you can start making money from broilers bed. Let's discuss what are the factors you need to consider before choosing which one you'd go into. Number one is the startup cost. The startup cost for layers bed is more expensive than that of the broilers. For layers, you need to buy extra equipment aside the normal equipment like drinkers, feeders, sawdust and wooden shave. If you don't want to do free range or deep litter, you need to buy battery cage for them, which will cost more. Although most of these costs are one-off costs, but even like that, to start a layers farming, if you are not boxed up very well, it will be advisable to go for the other one. A cage can cost minimum of like 60,000 to 70,000 naira if you are in Nigeria. For broilers bed, the startup cost is very little. You raise them for like 6 weeks and you can recoup your money back. If you want to start small, you can start with broilers bed, and within 6 weeks you start making back your money and even do another one within the space of that 6 weeks. The second thing you need to look out for before deciding which to go into between broilers and layers is the management, both the disease, personnel management and other things. It is easy for you to manage broilers compared to layers. So what do I mean by that? When you get started with broilers, even if there is an outbreak of diseases, you can easily just bounce back because you just be raising them for like 6 weeks. Even if there is an outbreak of diseases, you can just relax for a bit and just come back. But for layers are things that you don't just start and say in like 6 months that they've started laying, you want to sell them out. So if there is like an outbreak of diseases, you are going to lose a lot, and before you come back up to say, okay, let me bounce back from this loss, is going to take time. So for management, it is very easy to manage broilers. Also, even if you don't have someone taking care of your broilers, you can just keep them feed for long. Yes, it's going to affect them because if they don't feed well, it's going to affect their growth. But even at that, you can still manage that compared to if you don't give layers feed very well. If you don't give them feed very well, they are not going to lay eggs. They lay one egg in around 24 to 26 hours. And come to think of it, if you don't feed them very well, the right quantity of feed, you don't give them, they are not going to lay eggs at all. And if they are not going to lay, which means you are not going to see the number of crates that you should see for you to be able to sell them and make profit. So managing broilers is very easy. So in this aspect, I'm going to give it to broilers. The third thing that you need to consider is the profit. Both broilers and layers are profitable, but if you are looking at making money as quick as you want, like in 6 weeks or in 4 weeks, it will be advisable for you to go into raising broilers, because within 6 weeks, if you raise them well, those that will buy it, if you have restaurants in your area and everything, those that will buy it are ready to pay for the bets when they are ready. If you are someone that wants long-term profit and wants to be making daily income, although it takes time, because it will take you up to 22 weeks before you can say you start making money from layers, and you start making daily income from the eggs they lay from 24 weeks up to like 70 weeks. And after that, you can sell the bed as whole layers. So if you are looking at making long-time income, then it will be advisable to go for layers bed. The decision is left to you to make. The fourth thing that you need to consider is the risks involved when it comes to diseases and management. The risks involved in raising broilers is minimal, and even if it's not minimal, it is easy for you to bounce back and sell your bed than layers bed. For example, the risks in which you are going to face within 6 weeks is minimal, and even if there is an outbreak of diseases, you can actually stop raising them, relax and bounce back. But for layers bed, the risks involved is very minimal. An outbreak of diseases for a bed you've been raising for more than 20 weeks, and the time comes for them to be laying and they are not laying, if there is an outbreak of diseases at that time, it will be very difficult to bounce back at that point. So if you want to manage your risks, then it will be advisable to go for broilers. But if you are a risk taker, then you can go for layers bed. At the end of the day, it will be worth it. The fifth thing that you need to look at is the market for both beds. There is always market for both broilers bed and layers. For layers, every day people will buy eggs. It is advisable that children eat at least 1 egg every day. So if you are going to raising layers bed, then you have the market already. Depending on your area, you need to be sure that where your location will be, the location of your farm, is not somewhere that will be too far from where people will not be able to access it. With that, you'll be able to distribute your egg very well, and people will be able to access your farm to come collect eggs when they start laying. And at the end of their production period, like I said earlier, you will be able to sell your beds and even make more money. For broilers as well, restaurants, hotels, bars, and even individuals can buy your beds. You can even process your beds and take it to the market as frozen food. There are many options for you to choose from when it comes to raising broilers. I would like to know, which will you be going for, broilers or layers? Drop that in the comment section. If you've not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button, turn on notification so that you know when I release a new video. I have a complete playlist on poultry farming. You can check that out here. Catch you in this video.